Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft 3 replay. It's been a week and a half since my last cast, and I do have, I guess, hopefully a justifiable reason towards that. As you probably are aware, and I've kind of expressed this many times in my recent videos, very loosely on the recent part, but I am applying for tertiary education, university, and I just spent the entirety of last week applying for various scholarships and monetary, I guess, assistance, and yeah, it was a pretty tedious process. Definitely needed my fullest attention, and I was not able to find the time to sit down and cast replays. I do fear for this replay, this series, because the replays are at least 20 minutes. I think one is almost 40 minutes. I think it's about 35, so I do fear for that one, because I don't think that I do well in long replays. But anyway, we're going back to the game. This is going to be an orc versus human matchup. Once again, as I said in the previous one, FQQ versus Fly, that we would have 3 series in a row with Fly, and we do. Fly spawning in as the red orc player in the bottom right. He is going to be getting himself his Blade Master first. Pretty standard so far, nothing too out of the ordinary. He hasn't sent any sort of scout with his peons, so probably not sure what his opponent is going to be going for. Speaking of that, his opponent is going to be the one and only Roberta, more commonly known as Yumiko. He is going to be going for the standard Archmage first, and okay, good thing to know that the animations do work with this series at least. Very sure it is the replay file, not because of the map file. Water Elemental is going to be taken down pretty quickly, but so does the Mammoth. It is going to be the Wand of Lightning Shield that is going to be dropped and picked up. Yeah, not the best item, unfortunately, and it does look like Fly was able to get off that denial from that Blade Master. Pretty big deal, because Yumiko did spend quite a bit of time taking free damage, as well as, well, just spending time on that grunt, unable to kill it off. And there we go with the Blade Master. Wow, Fly has been able to get himself a lot of things here. He's able to deny the grunt, which is, I believe, a level 3 unit, and he's managed to creepjack two creeps as well as an elemental, and he's made his way very, very close to level 2, even ahead of the Archmage, and that is not something you see every day. Boots of Speed may be picked up here. Will we see that item being purchased? We do, and yeah, he is going to be moving out. He did start going into Yumiko's territory without purchasing anything from the Voodoo Lounge, so he'll pick up double salves most likely. Actually, he does not have enough gold for the second set of salves. He'll just move along. He did sell the TP scroll to purchase that circlet earlier, and well, Yumiko's expand attempt has been found out, so Fly needs to do something about it. Not sure how much he can do with a single grunt and a Blade Master. Dust Appearance has been used, so the Blade Master is going to find himself in a little bit of trouble. He does have enough mana for another Windwalk. He just leveled up to level 2, so he probably has Critical Strike. I mean, not many, actually, a large, I don't know. Mirror Image is definitely not taken. I would assume at all levels of play, but I guess that's going a little too too out there, out of my awareness, but still, mirror image it just takes, honestly, I think a lot of mana for the Blade Master to reliably use, and well, you know, compared to the other two abilities, Critical Strike as well as Wind Walk, it's not that great. Now that I've been thinking about it, I have been talking quite a bit about just assumptions and assumptions. I did read a comment where I should maybe like talk about possible strategies based on certain type of maps. I guess I could do that, but I'm generally not confident in my guessing abilities, so maybe I will do it, maybe I won't. It depends on the map, to be fairly honest. Crystal Kingdom, I would say it's pretty standard. I think it's a little more towards the farming side of things, since there's so many creep camps. Definitely a good map for humans, in my honest opinion. Probably not the best when it comes to expanding, because it's not necessarily in a, I guess, ideal position. Well, I guess, well, that could be completely argued with. It's obviously closer than your opponent's base, but I do feel like it's a little out in the open right there. But anyway, back to this game. We do see the Spirit Lodge Bestiary for Fly. He is going to get himself those raiders, as well as a Troll Witch Doctor. Now, he is not going to be messing up Witch Doctors. This is most likely going to be a Sentry Ward Doctor. We've seen this quite a bit, especially on Crystal Kingdom, just because the map is pretty big, and it is always nice to have those long-lasting wards. Now, over at Yumiko's side, he has yet... oh, never mind. He is going to keep tick on his expand. Hasn't shown what he's going to go for yet. Obviously, with Tier 2 not available, he doesn't really play his cards just yet. Archmage is nearing level 3. I believe he did take the camp over here, which should belong to Fly, but I mean, you know, Yumiko just took the advantage. Meanwhile, Fly was over here claiming his own Watch Award. So, yeah, that's that. Witch Doctor running around. How many wards has he placed down? It doesn't look like he's placed down any, to be fairly honest. Oh, never mind. He has placed down one. I don't think the Sentry Wards cost that much mana. Yeah, there we go. It only costs about 50, so is able to place 2 immediately after he gets trained up, so you know, he is worthwhile immediately. Great Hole is placed down. Not sure if it's going to be spotted by Yumiko. That is not Yumiko. Oh, it has been spotted by Yumiko, so he's going to drop down and begin harassing. Footman's actually stuck there among the trees, and there we go. Looks like the unit's going to be picked up. No, that generally always seems to happen. Like, one footman always seems to get left behind. I'm not sure if it's intentional by Yumiko, but maybe he just didn't want to risk it with those raiders out, because ensnares would be the death of the entire army. Okay, here we go with a big drop over here. To be fairly honest, Fly should have expected this coming. The fact that he hasn't pulled off any of his peasants, nor his Goblin Shredder, which has been taken down, is rather odd, to say the least. Either way, TP Scroll is going to be coming in for Yumiko's Archmage, so it doesn't look like Yumiko has lost that much. I doubt he has lost anything at all, but that's possibly a stretch. It doesn't look like he's lost that many, actually. Yeah. Anyway, what is Yumiko going to do now that he is tier 2? He does have the blacksmith out, so it could be possibly just a double sanctum into a workshop, possibly. But then again, the blacksmith could just be some random sort of building. Never mind, there's the workshop. I knew I wasn't delusional. Anyway, looks like level 3.5 for the Blade Master, level 2.5 for the Shadow Hunter. He's It managed to pick up the greater healing potion, so that's 500 hit points straight up. Pretty good. Okay. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. To be fairly honest, I thought that the Shadow Hunter hexed the Archmage, or the Illusioned Archmage, and it turned into the seal, but apparently that seal is just a critter, and I was a little unprepared for that. So anyway, Linehorn of the Stormwind has been picked up by the Blade Master. That is going to be Devotion Ore for the Orc army. I guess it's kinda useful since most of the Orc units don't necessarily have that much armor. I mean, compared to footmen, as you can see, already 2 armor and no armor upgrades. Grunts have 1 armor. Of course, there is a difference between health, so I guess that's sort of a balancing solution right there, but now that the grunts are pretty much evened up in terms of armor, I would imagine that Fly would keep that devotion, or at least for now. Oh, here we go with a flank attack from Yumiko, and he is going to be bringing out those very annoying sorceresses. He also has a mounting second, as you can see, is going to use that Stormbolt immediately. Of course, the Spirit Link Healing Wave combo is going to prove extremely useful, and we do have a very, very good lightning shield around the Blade Master. Yumiko dispersed those peasants a little late than I would have liked, but of course he still has plenty of units. Another lightning shield, probably not the best compared to the one that was placed on the Blade Master before, but still, we are going to have a massive TP from the Archmage. I am actually a little surprised that the Archmage was prompt to go for a TP. I don't think he was ever in danger, and I don't think his units were either, but that's Yumiko's decision. To be fairly honest, Fly didn't look like he was going to live for that long. I mean, as you can see, this is his remnants right now. It is not that many, to be fairly honest. I'm not surprised if I am surprised that he is on low upkeep. Maybe it's just because he's hired up more mercenaries, another Magnetor warrior as well as a Furbolg shaman. But Fly's expand is in danger now. It has been completed and it has been mining for a little while, but right now it is in danger of being besieged. We are gonna have number 1 a scout machine out, so we'll be able to spot the Blade Master if he goes to Windwalk, and we also have the remnants of the Orc army just trying to battle it out, and it's not gonna work out too well, I don't think. Maybe the mercenaries will be able to provide the necessary assistance. Lightning Shield would be an ideal situation for this, but of course no more charges, and of course, well, part of the wall, the surround, is consisting of those spellbreakers, and thankfully enough the Blade Master was able to run away from that. The Water Elemental's still going after those peons, but they will be forced to run away. And is Yumiko seriously going to be mining off of that gold mine? That would be pretty BM. But anyway, Blade Master taking a lot of punishment. I would laugh if he actually turned around to pick up that Water Elemental, but it does not look like that's gonna happen. Stormbolt on the Blade Master, and Healing Wave better be cast on that Blade Master. No, it is not going to happen, and Fly is going to lose his first hero of the game at 14 minutes. That is not good, especially since the enemy is at his doorstep. 50 versus 68. Make that 47 because Fly just stopped producing a grunt. Grunt loses his life to those towers. A lot of towers from Yumiko, to be fairly honest. I mean, this is almost infi level of towers. You could say it's an infinite amount of towers, but that would be pretty bad. As you can see, many towers in the expand. Not so many towers in the main, but then again, Fly hasn't shown any intent of going for that main. So yeah, nothing to worry about. Added training for both priests and sorceresses are being researched. We did see a Magnetor warrior die and I believe that belonged to Fly, so once again another unit has been taken out. The Blue Drake will be taken out by Yumiko's army, and the item is going to be, I don't think that was the Mantle Intelligence, it's going to be the Book of the Dead, and that, I'm not sure how useful that would be, to be fairly honest. If Fly was on point with his disenchants, he'll just have an influx of mana. Alright, so anyway, Yumiko is going to go after one of 4 red creep camps of the map. Of course, he went for the first one, which was the Blue Drake. Now he's going to go for the Furbolg Elder Shaman. Chaos damage, needs to be careful about that. That guy does not mess around. As you can see, Fly is taking a lot of hurt, even on his Shadowhunter, who does have the hero armor type, and well, chaos damage does do full damage against that, so yeah. Of course, the Elder Shaman does have his own healing wave, so it does make this fight a little harder than usual. Hell, I would actually put this as one of the hardest creep camps ever, but the rewards are very rewarding. Potion of Restoration, that is both a greater mana potion as well as a greater healing potion in one, and that's pretty good. Talisman of the Wind was the item dropped in the bottom left red creep camp, so probably not the best compared to a Potion of Restoration. And obviously it was shown right there as Yumiko sold the last 2 charges, as he uses the first charge as a scout. It's a pretty tanky scout as well. We'll be able to spot whether or not Fly is recuperated or not. But at this point of the game, I don't think it matters too much, since, I mean, Yumiko's up by like 2 bases, and he is not messing around. I believe he is way above. Yeah, he is at 80 food supply, and even going to go for the back door. He has taken down the ice wall, and he is going to be battering down. This is almost a perfect line of units right here. Footman, Mountain King, since they have melee range, then the Spellbreakers that have slightly longer range, and then the Sorceresses and Archmages, and then the Mortar teams in the back. It's honestly the best DPS output that you could possibly get. And Fly is not going to worry about it, unfortunately. To be fairly honest, if he did go back, he would most likely lose. But let's see how this will turn out. There we go. Almost a good TP surround, but it might not be enough. Those 3 elementals are in danger if we have more disenchants. There we go. Level 5 has been gained on the Shadowhunter as well as the Blade Master. Unfortunately, no level 6. I honestly think level 6 would turn the tides drastically, especially for the Shadowhunter, who would have Big Bad Voodoo, which is basically an ability that makes all allies invulnerable except for the Shadowhunter himself. So I guess the Mountain King does kind of screw with that. But anyway, we still have the Potion of Restoration, and it was used on the Shadowhunter. Blade Master is still trying to deal as much havoc as possible, but Zeppelin Micro from Yumiko is going to, I guess, make things a lot harder for Fly to stay in this game. And Blade Master will be able to get a couple of priests, but in the end he is going to get storm bolted and possibly taken down now. Archmage is going to TP out, and Fly is going to last for a little longer. I mean, as you can see, okay, GG from Fly. As I was going to point out how much of the map Yumiko has pretty much covered, so GG from Yumiko, or GG from Fly, and good game from Yumiko. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I will see you guys in game 2, which is a little longer. This did not feel like 19 minutes.